We are under the red flag still at Daytona. You're looking at the turn 3 banking, 31 degrees steep. And you see this big forklift loading type machine that is going to be used to remove the safety truck from the turn 3 banking. The reason being, the tires are flat from the fire. They don't want to do any further damage to the race surface by removing that vehicle, trying to drive it down the banking. We're under the red flag. 4 cars that did not pit are at the front of the Daytona 500, including the leader, the car owned by the man who's up on the spotter stand with Jeff Hammond.
Mike, I am up here with Tommy Baldwin, owner of the 36 car leading the race right now. I know some moment ago you were looking at the jerk cam trying to see how much damage was done over there and what they were doing. Currently, they're trying to lift that truck up rather than dig it into the asphalt because both tires are obviously burnt off of it, Tommy. Get it off the racetrack. What's your driver saying? You're in a pretty good position right now.
Yeah, I mean, thank goodness Juan's okay and the safety works are all right. But, I hope we get the race, back going. It's been a long week, a lot of issues, a lot of wrecks, a lot of stuff. But, I just told Roger Penske, I said, we've lost a lot of races, but I'm sure I didn't win one ever like this. But, the 36 Chevrolet, Ali Bargain and Outlet car's been awesome all day. We've just been hanging out. Just trying to stay out of trouble, and we decided at the last minute to stay out, try to lead a lap for a point, and stay out till 1 to go, and then come in top off, so we're good for our green-white checkers. And unfortunately, something happened to Juan's car there in turn 3, but we'll see what happens.
But right now, do you feel like if it does go back green, you say you're going to come back down pit road, but can you get back up there and possibly put yourself back in position to wind up winning this thing?
Yeah, I think we can. I mean, we've been strong all week long and just been trying to stay out of trouble. We got a little race team here, and we're just trying to stay out of trouble, and hopefully we get a good finish at the end of the day.
Trying to stay out of trouble. We've been talking about it. To win it, you got to be around at the end.
Thanks, Jeff. Recalled a race early in the 1980s at Richmond Fairgrounds Raceway on the half-mile. Cale Yarborough driving the Holly Farms car for Junior Johnson, spun off the front straightaway and spun into the front bumper of the fire truck. Didn't do any damage, but I was in the track office when the police officer came to file the report, and he asked Kenneth Campbell, "What's the license number of that vehicle?" And Kenneth looked around at the rest of us in the room and said, 11. No charges were filed. Down the banking gingerly. Trying not to drag and do too much damage to the surface. Now that's the trailer, not the truck, that's digging in a little bit there. NASCAR has officials on the scene. You see them in the white and black outfits that are going to analyze, see if there's any damage to the surface. Jaun Pablo Montoya has been released from the care center. The driver of the track drying truck has been taken to Halifax Medical Center for further observation. A couple of years ago, we had a pothole in the racing surface in turn 2, which brought the race under the caution and led to this recent repaving. And they finally fixed the pothole in the track with Bondo, plastic body filler, and it held up to the finish of the Daytona 500. So the truck is off the track. They'll take a look at the surface, try to get that spilt fuel fixed up as Tommy Baldwin and others look on from the starter stand. Matt Yoakum?
Joey Myers, Brad Keselowski's pilot and spotter, and he's been telling Brad exactly what's been taking place with this accident. So for the first time probably in Daytona 500 history, Brad, who has his iPhone inside his race car, a lot of drivers during testing had special compartments built. He still has his phone inside the car. He tweeted a picture. First time ever. Prime time, Daytona 500. First time picture tweeted during the race.
Mike, back to Tommy Baldwin. You talked about Dave Blaney and he in that 36 car having to race their way in the Daytona 500, but the whole operation, what a feel-good story. Tommy Baldwin elected to become an owner back in 2009 and fought and clawed, but would not give up. Missed races, even did a lot of the start and park routine. but it paid off. He got a sponsorship last year, and now he did that affiliation with Stuart Haas and the 10 car and Danica Patrick, and here he is leading the Daytona 500, knowing he's got to make another pit stop if we go back racing, but leading with 40 to go.
He began on the crew chief on his dad's NASCAR modified on the tough bull rings of Long Island.
When you hang around with good people, good things happen.
Now there's a look at the debris on the racing surface. And a NASCAR official taking a look at the asphalt. And hopefully no damage from the heat. And looks like a little scrape or two there from dragging that trailer down off the banking. Now they've got to get the jet fuel dried up and get us in condition here to race.
Guys, I've seen it all now. This is the most bizarre thing I think I've ever seen.
But Mike, you're right. That's going to be the biggest challenge is just getting that jet fuel cleaned up.
40 laps to go in the Daytona 500. A lot of speedy dry at work right there.